Okay, good morning everyone. I want to share with you an amazing remez, and I hope this will encapsulate many yediyos chashuvos that will come together through this remez. In the pasuk, Parak Chavtes pasuk Lamed, Vayavoi gam el Rochel, Yaakov lived with Rochel also. Vayeahav gam es Rochel mi Leah, and he loved also Rochel from Leah. Gam es Rochel mi Leah. Very interesting expression. My friend Reb Shmuel Batnik pointed out the Rashi Tevos of the words Gam es Rochel mi Leah is Rashi Tevos Gemara. Vayehav gam es Rochel mi Leah, and he loved also Rochel from Leah is Rashi Tevos Gemara. So that's interesting that there would be a remez to the word Gemara over here. Gam es Rochel mi Leah. So at first glance, I was thinking, the whole methodology of Gemara is the havamina of the Gemara, the initial presupposition of the Gemara, is really the sort of the MS, is there's a truth there, and the maskana only falls off of it just a little bit. And the Talmudic process is you need to be mavchin between what exactly is the maskana switching from what the Gemara thought in the havamina. So basically it's taking two truths and distinguishing one from the other. The original truth is true, but the ultimate truth has an advantage. And this is what Gemara is. Vayehav gam es Rochel mi Leah. It's not that we're rejecting the havamina outright. We're maintaining the havamina. The havamina is true, but the maskana has an advantage, and that's Vayehav gam es Rochel mi Leah. But I came across something incredible. I saw in the Sefer Niflois Mitairasecha that in Kabbalah, Rochel and Leah are a reference to the two Gemaras that we have. Rochel is a reference to Talmud Bavli, and Leah is a reference to Talmud Yerushalmi. In fact, I found in many places in the writings of the Bnei Yissaschar, in the Bnei Yissaschar Ma'amarei Chodesh Nisan, in the Hagois Mahartza, in the Agra Dekala, the Bnei Yissaschar brings this idea that Rochel and Leah reflect Talmud Bavli and Talmud Yerushalmi. And I investigated, and sure enough, this is a very early Cabalistic tradition. The Chida even refers to it in the Shem HaGedolim. In his entry to Talmud Bavli, the Chida says, Kasvu Gurei Hoari Shehu. The students that we write that Talmud Bavli is the Chulu, etc. You hear this? The Chida says the Kabbalists write that Talmud Bavli is, and he doesn't tell you what they write. But what do they write? And he's obviously referencing it. So in the Hagoy Menachem Tzion he says that the printer left out the full text of what the Chida meant to quote. And the full text in read Kasvu Gurei Hari, that Talmud Bavli is Keneged Rochel. You hear this? In the original text of the Shem HaGedolim, it doesn't say Talmud Bavli is Keneged Rochel. But in the that it does not say it in our text. In the original text of the Shem HaGedolim, it does say that Talmud Bavli is Keneged Rochel. The Chida adds, Ve'efsher demisham hachi kemat kol ha'isik b'Talmud Bavli. That is why kemat, all of our learning is in Talmud Bavli. Then the Chida quotes the early Kabbalistic source, V'ayin ma'orei ar, erech golus, u'b'tseif ha'sefer b'yi'er nasiv ha'vein. And if that's the case, by the way, Talmud Bavli is Keneged Rochel, Talmud Yerushalmi is Keneged Leah. He says the Amoram Harishonim in the beginning of the Galus were Mechaber Yerushalmi. They were Zoicha to Mimavarer the Nitzoitzos Gedolim, which was Keneged Leah, and then they were nischazek the galus, and they were mevarer b'toirach, and they were mechaber Talmud Bavli. Then the achronim were mefaris Yerushalmi. The bottom line is, Rochel is a reference to Talmud Bavli, and Leah is a reference to Talmud Yerushalmi. This is brought by the Chida. This is brought in many places of the writings of the Bnei Yissaschar. Therefore, it says the Sefer, Neflois Mitarasecha, Vayehav Gam Es Rochel Mileah. This is a remez that the Bavli has an advantage over the Yerushalmi, and the halacha is like the Bavli. Just like Yaakov Avinu loved Rochel more than Leah, we love the Bavli more than the Yerushalmi. The halacha is like the Bavli. So Yaakov Avinu's marriage to Rochel and Leah was, so to speak, the formation of Talmud Bavli and Talmud Yerushalmi. Now, what's very interesting, friends, is that when Yaakov Avinu was running away to Lavan's house, it says he went to sleep. And the Medrash says, Vayikatz Yaakov Mishnasai al Tikri Mishnasai Ella Mi Mishnasai. Don't read it from his sleep, but rather from his learning. Yaakov was learning Mishnayos. In fact, the Imrei Noam of Jacob says he learned so much Mishnah, he even made a siyum, because he woke up, he said, Achein Yesh Hashem b'makam hazeh. Yesh is a reference to what we say at a siyum, Asad HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'chol tzadik v'tzadik shai oilamais. So Yaakov Avinu was learning Mishnah. He mastered the Mishnah. He saw a sulam. Sulam stands for Siyum Masechta Lasais. So Yaakov made a siyum on the Mishnah. And Yaakov is particularly connected to the Mishnah because Yaakov was the soul of Rabbi. Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi was the spark of Yaakov Avinu. He's called Nasi, Nitzutz Shel Yaakov Avinu. The Megala Mukhay says the reason why Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi is called Nasi, he's Nitzutz Shel Yaakov Avinu. So therefore Yaakov was particularly connected to the Mishnah. So we could suggest now that Yaakov was connected to the Mishnah, he goes to Lavan Ho-Arami, because Aramaic, now it's time to connect to the Gemara and to elaborate upon the Mishnah. It's not enough just to learn Mishnah. It needs to be elaborated upon through the Gemara. And he marries Rochel. Rochel is Talmud Bavli, and Leah is Talmud Yerushalmi. Perhaps then we could suggest an answer to Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky's question. Why is the Talmud Yerushalmi written in Aramaic? It's from Eretz Yisrael. Why is it written in Aramaic? The answer is because Yaakov Avinu, it's sourced in the marriage of Yaakov Avinu to the daughters of Lavan Ho-Arami. Both Talmudim are sourced in Aramaic. Rochel is the source of the Bavli, and Leah is the source of the Yerushalmi. But they're both sharsham in Lavan Ho-Arami. And this is based on this amazing tradition that the Chida references that Rochel is Talmud Bavli, Leah is Talmud Yerushalmi, and this perhaps is the meaning of the remez, Vayehav Gam Es Rochel Mileah Rashi Tevois Gemara. Okay, that's the first offering for today.
Recording stop.